Impact segment tonight, Senator McCain was featured prominently in the health care summit, sparring with President Obama. But back home in Arizona, Mr. McCain has a challenge from former Republican Congressman J.D. Hayworth. The Republican senatorial primary is in August. But Senator McCain is already on the offensive, trying to tie his opponent to the birther movement.
Obama is completely illegitimate for U.S. presidency for two reasons. Not only because he did not provide the place of his birth, but also because both parents have to be U.S. citizens.
Obama knows he is not natural born, as he knows where he was born, and he knows he was adopted in Indonesia.
Sad fact is, questions continue. And until President Obama signs his name, and in fact has the records revealed, the questions will remain.
The only difference between these people? Only one is running for the U.S. Senate.
Now, that ad appeared on Senator McCain's website. Joining us now from Phoenix is J.D. Hayworth. So are you a birther guy, J.D.?
Bill, no. I'm a broadcaster. And those comments were taken from a radio program where I was a catalyst for conversation. Just imagine, Bill, if every topic you brought up on The Factor, bloggers said you were an instant advocate for whomever was on.
Well, they do already. That's what Media Matters does.
Yeah, well, okay.
If I mention the word black, I'm anti-black. If I mention the word gay, I'm homophobe. You know what it is. Okay. So but I want you to tell the American public how you view the birther movement. Is it legitimate? Do you believe that he might not be, the president might not be American?
Hey, Bill, I view this entire debate as esoteric. It's as esoteric as arguing about the eligibility of Chester Alan Arthur well over a century after he served as president. Look, Barack Obama's the 44th president of the United States. His election is certified. I believe he was born in Hawaii. I made certain statements on the air to provoke conversation. That's what happens in broadcasting. Sadly, Senator McCain is involved in the politics of distortion and distraction. I can understand why. He doesn't want people talking about his bailout vote that included $150 billion in earmarks. He doesn't want us talking about the fact he voted against the Bush tax cuts that I helped write. And he doesn't want us talking about his amnesty that would have cost American taxpayers $2.6 trillion in retirement benefits alone, according to the Heritage Foundation.
Now,
so this is politics based on distortion and distraction, and I'm happy to set the record straight.
Obviously running to the right of Senator McCain. But in Arizona, 74% of GOP primary voters have a favorable opinion of McCain. I think the favorable on you is 58%. Also in Rasmussen, which is a good polling service, as you know, you're down 53 to 31. So you're gonna run to the right of McCain. He's gonna have plenty of money. He's been around for a long time. He got a lot of rich friends. So how are you gonna beat him?
Well, I'm gonna beat him by simply appealing to the voters in the Arizona Republican primary in August.
Do you have enough money to do it? That's all right. I have one too.
The warm reception we've gotten across the state. A couple other notes on polling. Bill, you may recall that in October of last year, over 60% of Arizona Republicans said they did not believe John McCain shared their basic conservative values. That was followed the next month with the poll heard around the world, a Rasmussen poll that had John and me in a statistical dead heat.
But you've fallen back according to everything. All right, but let's talk strategy here for a minute. Let's talk strategy. All right. Because, all right, you're running to the right of McCain, and he is a moderate Republican. There's no doubt about it. But in your state, you get very heavily Hispanic, that's going way up, the Hispanic votership. And there are conservative Hispanics in the Republican Party, as you well know. They're most likely going to go for McCain. Not too many African Americans in the Senate. So I'm just wondering whether there is a coalition that you can put together to win this primary.
Oh, there is, Bill. And first of all, your analysis is partially correct of Hispanic Republicans, but the case is, I would just caution everyone, beware the myth of the monolith. The instant notion that because someone has a Hispanic surname, they're for open borders and amnesty. Nothing can be further from the truth.
Right, I understand. But Senator McCain has been a friend to the Hispanics in Arizona. I think you know that.
I have too.
I'm not saying you haven't. I'm not saying you haven't, JD. But you're the challenger. You see, it's always harder for the challenger.
Sure.
Okay, now.
Well, no, there are a variety of issues, Bill, where John is just out of step with Arizona Republicans and Arizona conservatives. I outlined him earlier. I mean, the bailout vote, this week he was trying to do damage control, claiming he was misled on that vote. Now stop and think about it. With all due respect, and we all think the world of John McCain, his service and his sacrifice, but he was saying earlier this week that based on his experience, he could do more for Arizona. Well, when you go out and say, wait a minute, I was misled on a very important vote, that doesn't make the case. And more so, with all due respect to John, I challenge Arizonans viewing us tonight, stop and think. Over the last decade, what has John McCain specifically done for Arizona?
All right. Now, I got it. You know,
I think we all respect that.
Okay. We've invited Senator McCain on the program anytime he wants to reply to J.D. It's going to be a good race, J.D., and that's what democracy is all about. Two strong candidates, putting it out there. We're going to follow it, and we appreciate you coming on Factor. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. And remember, O'Reilly viewers, a special reception at the website, jdforsenate.com.
A special reception. I hope you're going to give them something if they come in there, J.D.
It's a nice welcome, Bill. Check it out.
Nice welcome.